Only men without dreams are happy. An excerpt from the poem by Lord Tennyson that a teacher in Walton Academy uses to warn Mr. Keatings of his teaching style, with Mr. Keatings firing back by saying that only in dreams can men truly be free. This exchange alone illustrates the larger conflict between Walton Academy's teaching style and the teaching styles of Mr. Keating himself. In the movie Dead Poets Society, Mr. Keating's style differs from the style of other teachers because it directly goes against their established 4 pillars. Wow. Tradition, discipline, honor, and excellence. He in fact systematically goes through and directly rebuffs each of the 4 pillars within his first classes. Tradition. From the very beginning, Mr. Keatings makes it extremely clear that he would not be holding up the traditional education of the school. This is demonstrated through the other teachers' first classes, where they wax on about how strict they are while students are stuck in their seats, versus Mr. Keatings, who starts his class off by bringing up student jokes, like Helton, and then bringing the students outside of the classroom, effectively breaking the traditions held by other teachers by changing how the classroom is taught. Discipline. One of the key lessons Mr. Keatings makes a point of teaching to his students is free thinking. He does this by having the students tear the intros out of their textbooks and throw them into the garbage, effectively throwing out the disciplined school of thought that the school wants the boys to learn. This is then later juxtaposed with the replacement teacher, who was bewildered by the fact that the boys learned poetry in such an undisciplined manner. Honor. What Mr. Keatings taught the students ultimately led to an event that undermined the honorable reputation of the school. He taught the students to look at their lives in a different perspective than what was shoved down their throats by Welton. He did this by having the students stand on his desk, something that even got him questioned by another teacher who could not understand what he was doing. Excellence. Mr. Keatings encouraged a personal excellence, with an example being during his class poem readings, when one of the students stood up and for his written poem said that the cat sat on the mat before sitting down. Instead of admonishing or punishing the student for putting little effort in, Mr. Keatings instead praised the simplicity of the poem. This was juxtaposed with the strict and unforgiving nature of the other classes in the school, with one class even taking a mark off the overall grade for every day late of homework. As different from Welton's pillars Mr. Keating's teachings were, they also ended up teaching the essence of the pillars in a much more meaningful way. Through having the students look at the alumni and break away from traditional schools of thought, he also created a tradition of learning outside the classroom, ultimately leading to the Dead Poets Society. Through having the students tear the pages out of their notebooks, he established that one must have an internal discipline. Through having the students stand on their desk, he creates a way for students to showcase their honor and respect to him later in the movie. Through forcing Todd to perform even though he is scared, he ends up helping the boy to create something excellent enough to generate an applause from his peers. Through teaching his students how to dream, Mr. Keatings gave them the gift of freedom, no matter how brief it was. Thank you.